Imagine going back in time. You're a caveman. Did you eat the rainbow of 50 different fruits and vegetables every single day?
No.
So I built a regenerative farm on Vancouver Island, and I raise plants, a variety of plants, and cows and pigs and sheep and chickens and turkeys. Full regeneration of the ecosystem, restored a gravel pit. Like I did this for 10 years. So this is where I raise my kids. I'm talking from deep experience. There is no time of the year when all of those colors are available.
Mm.
If you're eating that kind of thing, it's flown in from all over the world because blueberries are a fall thing in northern climates. And if you're eating blueberries in July, they're from Peru or somewhere there. It's not a natural thing to do.
Yeah.
You couldn't eat raspberries for more than about 2 or 3 weeks of the year because they're only ripe for a narrow window of time. And if you want to get 6 weeks of raspberries, you plant 5 different varieties that ripen 1 week apart from each other. That's what we did in our farm before I stopped eating raspberries. So all of these things, you're like, whoa, wait, it was never available. What makes me think I have to do that? It's marketing from the state of California where they can actually sell those. So this whole fresh fruits and vegetables, they're the last thing you eat on your plate. The steak is the first thing.
Mhm.
And if you've had all of your steak, then you can have some salad. Right? Or you can have some carbs. And if you don't have the carbs of the plants, nothing bad will happen. And if you wanted to be really healthy, you would put rosemary, oregano, and thyme on your steak because the amount of beneficial plant compounds like polyphenols in those is 1,000 times higher than in your stupid spinach. Right? The spinach is going to cause damage to the lining of your stomach. You ever eat raw spinach salad and feel that rough thing on your teeth?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's oxalate crystals forming on your teeth. You do not need that inside your veins. And
Well, I'll tell you what as well, if I try and overdo it with the greens, with the vegetables, the salads, I bloat and I can't stop farting.
oh, there's that too. Nobody needs that. It's a sign that something's bad. And what vegans will say, and I say this as a former vegan, they'll tell you, well, you just need to get used to it. No, you
It's just
don't. And
stinking
people
your house
around you
out.
don't need to get used to it either. And it's true, you will, over 6 weeks of time, develop more enzymes that are hard for humans to make.
Mhm.
So what I would just say is when you're going to go shopping, pick a couple of vegetables, because that's probably what you would have done as a caveman or something like that. So get some broccoli or cauliflower. Throw away the fancy ones, the spinach and the kale. Lettuce is far less irritating to the gut. And none of them have useful minerals in them because oxalate steals calcium. It steals zinc. It is in the plants so that if you eat the plants, you won't get the benefits of the plants. Plants don't want to get eaten, right? So arugula and lettuce are safe. Throw out the raspberries, eat the blueberries. Right? There's some easy swaps. And this is the sad thing. Sweet potatoes, which I've been a fan of historically, and regular potatoes are high in oxalate. If you were to toss those and you were to eat white rice, you're getting the same amount of carbohydrate, but you're not getting any toxins to speak of. White rice is the safest source of starch. And this is going to be really controversial. I would rather, in Europe anyway, or out here, I would rather have, if I'm going to eat 100 grams of carbs, I'd rather have 100 grams of white flour than 100 grams of sweet potato. I've never said that before. In the US, white flour is garbage and toxic and you shouldn't eat it. I don't think gluten's good for you. However, when you take the outer part of the grain off and you make it not whole wheat, but white flour, you're removing all the toxins. That's why we've always made white flour. That's why we take brown rice and make it into white rice, because it has less toxins in it. So you would feed the whole wheat and the brown rice to the peasants, the very poorest people, because who cares if they get toxins? They got some calories from that outer part that had all the plant toxins. A lot more arsenic, a lot more gut irritants, and all of this oxalate. Beets, a lot of people who are in the gym are saying, well, I eat a lot of beets because I want nitric oxide. Beets are super high in oxalate. So you got sore joints. These crystals can form in your brain. They can form on the lining of your nerves. They form in your joints. Like, God, things are kind of crunchy. Beets are not a very effective way of raising nitric oxide. You could do what professionals do. Take 5 or 6 milligrams of Cialis every day. That will raise your nitric oxide levels and keep them pegged for a long period of time. It's a longevity drug when you do it that way.
Yeah.